Today is February 2nd, and the quote for today is entitled "The First Step." The first step to improving, doing something new, or making a change is taking the first step. Now, of course, this sounds almost stupid or quite mundane, but it deals with the problem of procrastination, which is a symptom of being influenced by tamagun, which is the idea that I need to do something, but it's uncomfortable for me to do it. I fear doing it, or for various reasons, I'm procrastinating. And I'm always putting it off for the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year. And in some cases, we're fooling ourselves to believe that we're ever going to do it. Now, some things may not be that important, so if you don't do them, it doesn't really matter that much. But some things are important, either materially, emotionally, or spiritually, and they need to be done. And oftentimes the problem is we just don't want to face them because it's uncomfortable. Uncomfortable may mean we're afraid. Uncomfortable may mean it's difficult. It may be that uncomfortable means it's uncomfortable for the ego to admit we have the problem. My personal experience is there are things that I actually wanted to do. But I was putting them off. It wasn't that I really didn't want to do them or see the result, but circumstantially I wasn't habituated to do them. And making a shift from one form of activity to another is sometimes difficult for many of us. So I had a friend, and he just said, do a little bit every day. So if it's something you're not doing, do a little bit every day. And as I did a little bit every day, because it was something I really wanted to do, gradually the desire to do it became natural, and it wasn't difficult anymore to do it. And actually I started doing it more than I should. I neglected other activities. But the point I'm making is that the thing that I was reluctant to do, or the thing that I couldn't switch gears into doing, if I just did a little bit every day, gradually it became natural, it became easy, and I wanted to do more. So that's the idea of taking the first step. Whenever we're going to change something, do something different, get out of a pattern, for most of us, that first step is the most difficult part. It's just reorienting your consciousness, reorienting your schedule. Just doing something different, even if it's getting up a little earlier. Even if it's making a shift in how we're going to chant our japa. It can be something very, very simple, just an attitude change. But it requires the first step. And that's why this saying is potent, because sometimes that first step is the most difficult because we're blocking ourselves. Not that it's physically or mentally difficult per se, but somehow how or other, because it's new or different, we're blocking ourselves from doing it. So if there's anything that you're not doing well enough, that you need to do better, anything you're not doing that you need to do, the idea of today's quote is just somehow or other start on it, do 5 minutes a day on it. Or just even talk about it, that I'm going to do this and this is how I will do it. Somehow or other get that going in your life, that this project or this idea or this change in attitude, change in behavior, I have to do something to bring me a little closer to my goal. So that's the idea. Can you do something today to bring you a little closer to what it is you want to achieve or what it is you want to give up? Can you do something? 1 minute, 5 minutes. And then the next day, can you do 1 minute, 5 minutes? And the next day, can you do 1 minute, 5 minutes? So you have your book to write. Okay, well, write one word. Write the title. My book. That's as far as I got today. The next day, I have to write my book. At least you worked on it. At least you did something. The next day, let's come up with a sentence. What is my book about? And you write, my book is going to be about this. Now, I know that sounds, you might think I'm joking. I'm absolutely serious. It's just getting you involved in doing it and working on it. That's the power. Beginning, starting, that's the power. And sometimes that one thing is what is what is holding us back, just starting. So start something. You need to be starting, whether it's positive, doing something, or it's a negative, meaning you need to give something up. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.